Hello and good afternoon. Today I'm going to talk about two important concepts related to immigration, assimilation and integration. These terms are used when we discuss how immigrants become a part of new society, but their meanings are completely different. And briefly, I want to describe their meanings. Assimilation means immigrants trying to become a part of society. This they only want to be like local people. They may stop speaking in their native language, and they avoid to use their cultures, traditions, and habits during the day. And integration means immigrants become part of society, but keep their culture and identity while learning new culture and language. And this topic is very crucial, especially in like the US and Canada, where most of the immigrants live. And in this presentation, I will explain the differences between assimilation and integration and US and Canada's attitudes towards this issue. And I want to clarify what is called assimilation. Assimilation happens when immigrants try to become the same as the local people, and they may change their language, clothes, habits, or culture for being accepted. In the US, assimilation is sometimes called as refugee, as we say, and it means that in the US there are millions of immigrants, millions of cultures and traditions. But in the previous century, US forced people to only speak in English and avoid to use native cultural traditions. And in the time, some people change their name in order to understandability. For example, Svetlana name can change to Lana for being understandable. And assimilation fulfills this finding jobs or reduce discrimination, but also it has some drawbacks. People lose their culture and identity, and it can lead to family conflicts or identity struggles. And I want to continue this clarification of integration. Integration allows immigrants to keep their culture and identity while joining the new society. They learn the language and follow the laws and celebrating their traditions. And Canada is a good example for integration. This country supports multiculturalism, and in cities like Toronto and Vancouver, people from many cultures live in peace. And according to the Organization of Economics and Development, more than 70% of immigrants speak English during daily life, and they are free to wear traditional clothes and follow the traditions. And the government also provides immigrants with language courses and some volunteering experiences. And I want to compare the US and Canada from the beginning. The US, as you know, the US focuses on assimilation. And excellent example is about assimilation in this photo. This this man is a native American man, and he and hundreds of people were forced to be like American, changing their clothes, their habits, their culture for adaptation to new country, and they were not allowed to use their language. And by contrast, Canada promotes multiculturalism and supports integration. And according to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, 2023, in 2021, 40% of people in Toronto speak different languages than English, and it shows that Canada protects cultural diversity and respect all of the people. And finally, in the US, immigrants are expected to become Americans, but in Canada, they are welcomed as a part of society while keeping their identity. And both systems have advantages and some drawbacks. But integration in Canada helps people feel accepted without losing who they are. And assimilation and integration are two different ways that immigration can become part of the society. And assimilation focuses on becoming the same as everyone else, while integration focuses on joining the society without losing your identity.
It causes anxiety, constant comparison, and teenagers are exactly I thought
I hope that more countries in the future choose integration over assimilation, so that people from all over the world and from different backgrounds can live together and peacefully. And thank you for listening.